Hey guys, today we're going to install a distance to empty module made by S&B in our 2024 Ford F350 Super Duty with a 6.7 diesel engine. A couple of years ago we put a 60-gallon tank in our truck made by S&B, and at the time they had no way to program the tank to the truck so you could see what distance to empty mileage you actually had. Earlier than that, you could use like Scan or something like that to program your tank to your truck. But anyway, S&B has came out with a module now that will work on the 60-gallon tank and also the 68-gallon tank. And we're going to get ready to install this, so stay tuned. Real quick here, I'm going to show you what comes in the package. You get your distance to empty module, a couple of panduit straps, and a small wiring harness. The tools you'll need for the job are a 7mm socket and maybe a couple of different trim tools to take a couple pieces of trim off with. The first thing we'll need to do is remove this piece of trim that goes across the front. And I'm going to start on this side, and it goes clear around to your start button over there, and we'll have to disconnect the wire from the start button. So let's pry this loose real quick. Always makes me a little nervous. I'm always afraid I'm going to break something, so let's see what we can do. Okay, it's kind of loose. Go around to the other side of the truck and we'll get the switch loose over there. Okay, on this side, before we pull the trim off, we'll need to loosen this piece of trim up a little bit. There we go. Got it loose. Then we want to go ahead and pull this trim off. Just be nice and gentle with it. And there it came loose. There we go. Then we'll disconnect the wire from it. Okay. Now we'll just go ahead and just set this back behind. The next step is to take the 4 7mm bolts loose. Right there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we need to pull this off. And it's got a couple of clips at the bottom and at the top. So let's see what we can do with this. There we go. Now the next step will be to take all these electrical connectors loose off of this. And there's several of them, and just try to remember which ones go where. If in doubt, take a picture. They'll only fit in one spot, so it's not really a big deal. But let's take these loose. Sorry about that, guys. I had to lay my camera down to get some of the electrical connectors off. I'll show you. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe. 8 connectors that you have to unhook. So not a big deal. It's just you need 2 hands to do it. There are a couple down here that we got to take loose. I'll get down here and do those. There's one right here. Then there's one right there beside it, if I can find it. That one. Then all that's left on it, I believe there's a couple up here. That one, and then you got this one. Okay, then you got your main wire, and you just, those little place here that you push in. And it comes loose, and then you can just pull that off. So there are 4 7mm bolts back here. There's 2 on this side, and 2 on this side that we'll have to take loose. And we'll probably want to pop this wire loose. There we go. So you want to take this loose. It's got a little clip that unclips. And then we'll take the 4 7mm bolts out and take this part loose and pull it out. And then the distance to empty module fastens into this part right here. One. 2. There's a couple over here. One more. Okay, that's all those, and then this will come out. Kind of a pain, you got to get it around all the wiring. And you get that out there where you can kind of get 2 things. Okay, and up above is the wire. Right here is the connector that you're going to take loose. Might have to lay this down to get it off of there, but underneath there's a push in button. You push the button in, then you can pull this wire off. Okay, there's the wire off, and it's got a little push button back here that you push on to get it loose. Okay, now we're ready to install the module. You're going to take the module, and you're going to take your wire that you just unplugged off of here, this area here, and plug it into the bottom of your distance to empty module. Like that. And you take your wiring harness, and you'll plug it into the top of your distance to empty module. Then the other end goes in to this module, which I think they call it the gateway module, but it plugs right into here. Push them in until they snap. Now we'll push this back in a little ways and fasten this distance to empty module onto this metal plate right here. Okay guys, after you get it all plugged in, you'll take your zip tie, fasten your module onto the gateway module, not covering up any of this side over here, because this is where your indexing is to keep everything straight. So let's get this thing shoved back in there and bolt it back on. Okay guys, we got it back in place, and we need to put these bolts back in. I'll get one of them in, and then I'll show you how it all lines up. Once you get this thing shoved up into the indexing points, it's not a big deal to put the bolts in. Just remember there's 4 bolts. Try not to drop any of them. If you got a magnetic end that you can use to get them out, it's a lot better probably. Okay, we'll go ahead and tighten them up. There's your bolts right there. Whoop. Just don't over tighten them. Two more down here. Okay, we're ready to fasten the wiring back in. Okay guys, we got all the wires hooked back up to the gateway module. Now we need the control panel back up here, and we'll hook all the wires back up to it. And I'm not going to be able to film this very well, so I'm going to hook them all up and then I'll show you what I have after I get them hooked up. Pretty self-explanatory. They'll only go in one way, so you'll just plug all your wires back in that you took out, and then we'll snap it back in place. Okay guys, I've got all the wire connectors plugged back in. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 connectors on this little control panel. And now we need to snap it back in place and put the bolts back in. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, it's snapped back in place. We're ready to put the 4 bolts back in. Okay, we got that back in place. Now we're ready to put the trim piece back on. Ready to put the trim piece back on, we need to fasten up the start-stop button real quick. Click that back in place. Then you can start snapping your trim piece back in. There we go, we got it snapped in. And let's see if we can get the rest of it snapped in place. I think we're good. Okay, we got the trim piece snapped in. Last thing we need to do is fasten this piece in, which I think we just need to shove. That's all it takes. Okay, I think we're ready to see if we can make this thing operate the way it should. One other thing you want to check is to make sure this little sliding tray actually works after you get done, because sometimes you can get a wire pinched under there. So, but this one seems to be working okay. Okay, let's start the truck and see if we can program this thing. Actually looks like it might have already went to it. If you push the back button and the arrow, okay, it's 60 miles or it's a 60-gallon tank. If you push the up arrow, it's a 68-gallon tank. So we'll push the down arrow, shows the 60-gallon tank. And then we let up and it shows I have 608 miles to empty on what fuel I have in there right now. If you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And as always, remember, have fun camping. We'll talk to you later. Bye.